In the fall of 2010, Chuck and Alice Johnstone, two of the original founders of the Sitka Conservation Society, journeyed to Washington, D.C. to accept the highest award for wilderness stewardship and advocacy from the Chief of the U.S. Forest Service. The award ceremony was a joyous occasion, celebrating the prolonged effort that Chuck and Alice put into the fight for the West Chichagof wilderness. But shedding a tear, Alice admitted, "I am so happy, but I'm also sad, because I don't think that I'll ever get back to West Chichagof to see it again."
I think this is the best gift that the Sitka Conservation Society could ever have given them. I watched Chuck anchor the skiff, by the method where he puts the anchor up on the bow and pushes it out. And he pulled the anchor off and it anchored just the way he used to when he was taking people here. And he looked around with delight in his eyes like a little boy and said, I never thought I would do that again.
We received an invitation from the Sitka Conservation Society, of which I'm a founder, to come up and visit the area that we fought for so many years, and won.
How many years do you think it's been since you've been up here?
It's close to 30 years now. And I get lost quite a bit. I had trouble picking out the island from back at the anchorage. But as we progressed, everything began to look normal.
Yeah, I think that's a fish. The point there, you have the tail there. Well,
So
all I
they
can
all
say,
have
you're like a homing pigeon, Chuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first night we stopped in Cleanan Bay, and then the next day Chuck took us and showed us the petroglyphs there. And he had shown those to me back when I lived in Sitka many years ago. And lots of times after that I went back to Cleanan Bay without Chuck, and I never could find him again. So it was really nice to see him.
Chuck and Alice really led the trips just like they used to, and we had the opportunity to stop at all their favorite places during the 7-day trip as we traveled north through West Chichagof.
We're in the Myriad Islands in West Chichagof wilderness area, and we're right at the edge of the world. We're standing at the top of a cliff in the rim of the Pacific Ocean, looking out at the White Sisters, which is a sea lion rookery. And we're just enjoying it.
Were you excited to be able to come out here again?
I'm very excited. In fact, I cry. I'm so excited. All the different places we've been are, like seeing old friends, and it's fun to share it with all of you guys.
Well, it's hard to say how much it means to me without crying. I don't like to do that in public.
I knew this trip for them was going to be a really important time to come back because, this is sort of the beginning and the end from them. And this is what they're, they worked and raised a family, but I think that this is what they consider to be their legacy. The fact that they're able to come back and do this together, and I think to show the next generation, and for people who were not part of this, but benefited from their work. It's a real privilege for us to be here.
These wilderness areas that we have here, this outer coast, is just a treasure that is a national jewel. This is an area that we have that's unique. There's no other place like this on Earth where sea lions and sea otters and river otters and brown bear and deer come together. And it's just special. And we have a group of people who back in 1967 decided that this needed to be protected for future generations, and thanks to their work we're here and we can enjoy it. And this is an unspoiled landscape. It's a wild natural ecosystem that's functioning as it was meant to, as it evolved to be with all its components. And we have that because we have the wilderness system and because this was designated as a wilderness area.